students. In this lecture video, we studied about the continuation of substation equipment. Under substation equipment, we studied about the high voltage insulators, high voltage conductors, lightning arresters, storage batteries, high voltage protective relaying, it is high voltage relay, and isolators. First, we studied about the high voltage insulators. High voltage insulators made up of non-conductive materials. The high voltage insulators used in generating stations and substations. For what purpose means to fix and insulate the busbar system. For this purpose, we are used high voltage insulators in substation. The high voltage insulators are divided into post and bushing type of high voltage insulators. The post type high voltage insulator consists of a porcelain body and their gap is made up of cast iron. The post type high voltage insulators bolted directly to the bus bars with the help of bus bar clamps. A bushing or through the insulator consists of the porcelain cell body. The upper and the lower locating washes used for the fixing the position of the bus bars or rod in the cell. There are numerous type of the high voltage insulators which are used in the substation. For example, shackle type high voltage insulator, strain type high voltage insulator, suspension type high voltage insulators, and strace type high voltage insulators. Now you see the types of high voltage insulators. The high voltage insulators are classified into different types based on their rating. Based on their rating only, the high voltage insulators are classified as below. That is pin insulator, suspension insulator, strain insulator, saddle insulator, post insulator, stray insulator, disc insulators. Then other than this the rating, again the high voltage insulators are classified into polymer insulators, glass insulators, long rod insulators. Now you see the diagram. This is the post type of the high voltage insulator. Now you see the images of the different type of the insulator for understanding purpose. Okay, so this is the pin type insulator. This is the strain insulator, saddle insulator, glass insulator, disc insulator, polymer insulator, suspension insulator. This is the different types of the voltage insulators which are used in the substation. From the graphical representation, you can easily understood the voltage insulators. Now we studied about the high voltage conductors. The high voltage conductors are the materials which permit the flow of electrons through the conductors. The best high voltage conductors are made up of copper and aluminum. The conductors are utilized for the transmission of energy from place to place over submission. For these substations, for this purpose only we are using the high voltage conductors. Now you see the image of high voltage conductors. Okay, this is the conductor. Okay, so here this is the not a single strip, this is a mini strip is there. Okay, so here that means this is the body of the that is the conductor. Okay, and then you see the conductor is made up of copper. Okay, this is the made up of copper. Aluminum also is there, but the image is the copper wire only is used for made up of high voltage conductors. The continuation of high voltage conductors which are used in the substation, the conductors carry the electric power from sending end station to the receiving end station. And then the high voltage conductors used for transmission and distribution of electrical power purpose. So therefore the conductors have the following properties. First one, high electrical conductivity. Then the low cost, that means the conductors can be used for long distances, so therefore the cost of the conductors also is low, and then it has a high electrical conductivity. Like that you have to choose for conductors. That's why I told mostly aluminum and copper is used for conductor materials. The most commonly used conductor material for overhead lines: copper, aluminum, steel cored aluminum, galvanized steel, cadmium copper. These type of the material only commonly used for making the conductors for overhead lines. Then next we studied the substation equipment is lightning arrestor. The another name is surge arresters. The lightning arrestor is the first member of the electrical substation equipment. The lightning arrestor protects the substation equipment from transition high voltage. That means during thunder. Okay, and then it is used to limit the duration and amplitude of the flow of current. This is the purpose of or function of the lightning arrestor. The lightning arrestor connected between line and earth, then only the high voltage or the high current, that means flows through the lightning arrestor and then reach to the earth. The lightning arrestor is connected in parallel with the equipment under protection at the substation. The lightning arrestor diverts the current of the surges, that means high current surges, to the earth, and it protects the insulation and the conductor of the system from the damage. Okay, for that purpose only the lightning arrestor used in the substation. The lightning arresters are several types which are classified basis of the duty they perform. Okay. Now you see the images of the lightning arrestor. This is the lightning arrestor. You see I mark, no, this is the lightning arrestor. The substation having the lightning arrestor. This is the another image of the lightning arrestor. These are the another graphical representation of the lightning arrestor. The next substation equipment is storage batteries. Okay, in the electrical power stations and large capacity substations, the operation and the automatic control circuits, protective relay system, emergency lighting circuits are supplied by the station batteries. So the station battery only is called as a storage batteries, which is assembled of a certain number of accumulator cell which are depending on the operating voltage of the respective DC circuit. The storage batteries which are used in the substation are classified into two types. One is lead acid battery, another one is acid alkaline batteries. The lead acid battery is most commonly used in power stations and substations because the voltage of the lead acid battery is high and the cost of the lead acid batteries is very cheap. For that purpose only mostly the lead acid battery only is used, commonly used in power stations and substations. Now you see the image. This is the storage batteries. You see the storage battery arranged. Okay, this is also storage batteries. Okay. The next substation equipment is protective relaying. Is nothing but relay. So what is mean by relay? The relay is nothing but the dedicated component of the electrical substation equipment. For what purpose? For the protection of power system against abnormal condition. What is the abnormal condition? For example, fault. The relay is a sensing device which senses the fault, then determines its location, and finally it sends tripping commands to the circuit. This is the main function of the protective relaying which is used in the substation. First, the relay is nothing but a sensing device. First senses the fault, second determine fault's location, and finally send a trip command to the circuit. Okay, after that the circuit breaker disconnect the equipment or the circuit from the power supply during abnormal condition, that is faulty condition. The circuit breaker, after getting the command from the relay, disconnected the faulted element. I told no. So the circuit breaker only, that means disconnect the faulted element during abnormal condition. How the circuit breaker get the command? From the relay only. So the relay only first senses the fault and determines fault location, finally send command to, that is tripping command, send tripping command to the circuit breaker. After getting the command from the relay only, the circuit breaker disconnected the faulted element. So this is the function of the protective relaying. The protective relays protect the substation equipment from other damages also, like fire, the risk to human life, removal of fault from a particular section of the substation. These are the other protection of the that means relays which is used for the protection equipment from the other damages also. Now you see the images. So this is the protective relaying, and then which are placed in the substation control room. Different types of relays: overcurrent relay, underground relay, earth fault relay, over voltage relay. These are the some example of the protective relays which are used in the substation. Then next we studied about the substation equipment isolators. Now you see the isolators which are used in the substation is nothing but the mechanical switches. You see the diagram, this is the mechanical switches which are deployed for the isolation of circuits. Why the insulators used to isolate the circuit? When there is an interruption of a current. During such circumference, the isolators can be used as mechanical switches which is used to isolate the circuits. These circuits is also called as the disconnected switches, and then the operation is under no load conditions, are not fortified with arc coinciding devices. It's just mechanical switches only. And then these mechanical isolator switches have no specific current breaking value, neither these have the current making value also. The isolators are mechanically operated switches. Now you see the circuit diagram. This is the three phases. This is R, Y, B, three phases. Okay, so here you see this is the connectors. Okay, so during fault or interruption of current, that means this is, that means disconnected. That's why this is the another name is disconnected switches. Dear student, I hope that in this lecture video we studied about the substation equipment, isolators, lightning arresters, high voltage conductors, high voltage insulators. Everything is studied in this lecture video. Thank you student for watching this video.